Hey guys, welcome back to Poor Made Mods. Today we're going to be polishing a turd. I got my Lexus IS300 here. The headlights look pretty crappy. Even though I restored them last year, they are faded and just not looking that great. So I bit the bullet and bought a set of aftermarket headlights. I forget the brand of these. They look pretty sick, but I'm not thrilled about the headlight bulb options in here. So in this video, we are going to install them in this car, and I have some LEDs to put in here. Like I said, I'm not thrilled with the options. I'll see if they're good or if there's anything I can, or if there's a way I can switch around the bulb options, maybe make an H7 fit or something. I don't know. We'll see what's going to happen. But the bumper does have to come off for this install, so first thing we're going to do, get that bumper off, and then wire up these bad boys. So let's get started. I don't understand. With a hand, a foot. And then, all right, there is a 10mm bolt or screw right here holding the bumper on. There's a couple clips and screws down below. Your results may vary, but this is an aftermarket bumper and the car's been crashed, so there's not much underneath holding the bumper on. Just one bolt right here on each side. More hardware. There is another bolt inside right about here, holding the bumper on. Oh yeah. Yes. Okay, there are two more nuts holding on the headlight. You can see right here and right here. They are 10mm. We'll get those out. And I believe you just lift up and kind of pull and it'll pop out of its clip. And then unplug all of your lights. So now that the headlight is out, we are going to bypass the factory HID system and go to LEDs. This is the connector that goes to the wiring that goes to the HID ballast on the headlight. We're going to cut this off and crimp on some female spade connectors.
Yeah, he's driving a Fiesta.
Alright, bit of a mess over here. Here's one of the new headlights. Not a big fan of the light options for this, but this is the low beam, I think. Yep, low beam projector. H1 for the high beam. So stupid that it's an H1. But we have some LEDs we're going to be putting in. This is the H1 halogen that comes with it. This will have a male spade connector on each end, and that will be plugging into the crimps that we just put on the car. And here is the H1. This actually will plug right into the factory high beam harness because it comes with this. So that will be pretty simple. This harness here, this goes to the LED strip on the front. Down here. And this will plug into the factory plug for the parking light, that 194 bulb. And these wires right here are to power the halo. And what we're going to do, we're not going to show the steps here, but we are actually going to wire these into here. That way, when you turn on the headlight switch, the halo and the LED strip both turn on. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. Okay, got everything installed. Here is the low beam harness. That should plug right in. Here's the high beam. That'll connect right to the butt connectors that I crimped on. And Nick wired this up for me. This is the halo and the LED strip that should plug right in to the factory parking light. The two turn signals go right here. This is if you want to swap over the auto leveling motor, and this is the wiring for the ballast. We're not transferring over the auto leveling motor. My system doesn't work anymore, so we're just leaving this in. I'm going to put some duct tape over this hole. And like I said, the turn signals will go in here, and it can go in the car. All right, let's get this bad boy installed. before we bolt it all together, obviously we will test and see if or how everything works. We're going to test these lights again. China had a 50-50 shot of getting the pigtails right, and 100% of the time they got it wrong. So a lot of our grounds went to power, power went to grounds. It was China's fault, not ours. Now we're going to see if it works. Yeah, got the LED bar. It's not that bright, though. It's okay. Got the halo. Low beam? Low beam works. High beam? Whoa, high beam works. Does the turn signal work?
Gotta hit the head.
And the hazards work. All right, so we'll get this bumper put back on the car and show you how it looks. All right, I've got my car turned around and about 20 feet away from this garage door. Let's turn on the lights and see how they look on the wall and check out the pattern. All right, low beams. All right, that is a really, really good cutoff line. Those projectors are actually pretty nice, and as you can see, the left side is a little bit lower. That's the way it should be, so you don't blind the oncoming drivers as much. That is a really, really nice cutoff line. I'm impressed. Let's check out the high beams. Wow. All right. They put out a lot of light. They are obviously not focused at all. They are just lighting up everything. They are very, very hard to look at. I'd like to see how these look going down the road. But as of right now, they seem pretty decent. That is a lot of light they're putting out. It's not focused though. All right. So I am at a stop right now. Obviously driving would be unsafe to film, but this is the low beam. And that is the high beam. The phone kind of compensates for it. Video never really does light any justice, but I think these bulbs are completely acceptable. They are not great or exceptional, but I think they do an acceptable job. I've got nothing bad to say about them. I think they could be better with some better bulb options, but I'm satisfied with this for sure. All right, so I polished a turd in this video for sure. I think these headlights, looks-wise, 10 out of 10. I think they look incredible. They look very similar to the headlights that I put on my ISF. I think they look fan-frickin-tastic. I couldn't be happier with the way they look. Light output-wise, I think I did a good job with choosing the LEDs that I bought. There aren't a whole lot of options out there for good LED bulbs that are affordable, especially in the H1, but the low beam is, I'd say the low beam is great. A great cutoff line. It looks really, really good. Superb, I would say for sure, for the low beam. Way better than the factory headlights. The high beam is acceptable. I don't think it's as good as the LEDs I had in my OEM housings, but we're stuck with the H1. So that is the biggest downfall of this headlight. The H1 bulb, I don't know why they chose that, but the bulbs that I chose to put in, I think, are perfectly acceptable and affordable. I think they weren't over $50. So I will have a link to both the headlight housings and both LED bulbs that I installed in the description down below to help you guys out. I think it is a great option, and $200 for the headlights, I think you can't go wrong. If you're in the market for aftermarket headlights, $200, I think this is a superb deal. We'll see how they hold up, whether they get moisture or not, but I am very, very happy with these, especially for the price. I think it's a fantastic deal. It's for sure the nicest looking part of the car. So yeah, if you're in the market for aftermarket headlights, or you're looking to make your IS300 look more modern, you can't go wrong with these headlights for sure. I am definitely glad I put them on. The halo looks really good. I kind of wish it was RGB, or it would allow us to put an RGB bulb in it. That'd be pretty cool. But I'm definitely happy with the way these headlights look, especially for the price. So like I said, I'll have a link to the headlight housings and the bulbs that I installed in this video. So yeah, I hope you gupe enjoyed this video. Hope maybe you learned something, and I will see you guys next time. Thanks.